Good morning. After a short tour through some of the less salubrious parts of Mulhouse, I've managed to find my way to the start of my route for today, or the true start. But we've got plenty to chat about this morning, so I shall leave that until I get out into the countryside and a little bit calmer and quieter. I'll speak to you in a bit. So I'm just going to cruise along the side of the canal here slowly whilst we have a little chat. I'll turn the camera around in a moment, don't worry. But yes, your eyes don't deceive you. That sign did say the Eurovelo 6. If you were paying attention in the last episode, you'll know that I've been contemplating changing directions. So why the sudden change in direction? Well, you'll all be aware by now of the amount of wet stuff that's been falling on my head and on my tent and on Trini every single day. No, not every day, but pretty much most of them. Well, sad to say, I haven't been getting the worst of it. Southwest Germany, just north of Lake Constance and to the west of Lake Constance, has been getting dumped on majorly, with storm after storm after storm. I'll show you some of the headlines that are coming up in the news at the moment. There's dams bursting and people being evacuated. Sad to say there's been some deaths as well, all from flooding. They're evacuating towns, and as I said in the last episode, people that have come down from that way that I've spoken to on the campsites are saying that most of the campsites are closed. Yeah, most of the campsites in that area are closed, and I've checked the hotel prices, and obviously people are being displaced from their homes and the campsites into hotels. Obviously the prices have gone through the roof, paying double and triple what I've been paying for a room up until now. So what I hadn't mentioned up until now was what I had vaguely planned to do once I'd reached Constance. The idea was just to spend maybe 3 or 4 days somewhere around Lake Constance, enjoy that for a little time and then move on. And the moving on part, as I say, just a vague plan in my head, was to head north about 50 miles and join onto the source of the River Danube. There's a van now coming towards me. I shall have to pull over and get out of his way, I suppose. We've got room. So yeah, I was going to join onto the Danube and do some, if not all of the Danube, from the Black Forest to the Black Sea. Obviously with that sort of news coming out of that area, the Black Forest, Bavaria, southeastern Germany, I mean the Swiss government has put out a level, I think it was a level 3 warning on a scale of 5, to tell people to stay away from the rivers. They've been evacuating some towns. It's not really a good position for me to then be cycling into the area, is it? It wouldn't be very clever, really. It's been quite a difficult decision for me to come to. The plan might have only been vague, but it has been in my head for quite a long time, building up to my retirement, so but there we go. It'll just have to be a trip for another time, I guess. So where to now then? Where are we going on the Eurovelo 6? The Eurovelo 6 goes westwards across France. I'm not even sure whether it reaches as far as the Atlantic or not, but I won't be taking it that far because I do know that it heads in a more northwesterly direction and I'm not interested in that. Now I'm in more southern climes, I want to stay down here where perhaps the weather's going to be just that little bit better.
The weather's going to be just that little bit better.
So I'm just going to take the Eurovelo 6 westwards for a few days and see where it takes us. But again, in my head, vaguely, I'm going to head to southern France. Either go north of the Pyrenees or south of the Pyrenees. That will be southern France or northern Spain. And head across that way. And that's as much as my plan has got at the moment. But rest assured, we are still going. We haven't stopped. We're not giving up. I still have over 2 months of this time that I'm allowed in the EU, in the Schengen area, so there's plenty of time to do lots more. Anyhow, I reckon that must have bored your ears off by now, me yabbering on like that. So at least there's some views. You could have turned the sound off and just looked at the pictures. I'm going to shut up for a while anyhow and do some miles. We can talk some more later. Yeah, I just stopped here for a minute because I thought I was looking at my cousin Woody's fish pond, but then I remembered where I was. But it's fairly similar though, eh, Woody? Well, this is a leg burner. Series of 7 or 8 locks. Oh, these little rises. Oh yeah, they make the old legs burn a bit. Not to mention my seat squeak. Oh, another 2 to go. Or 2 that I can see. Oh my goodness, what's it look like back that way? No, still another 2. Who needs a gym membership? Oh. One more. Oh, please don't tell me there's another one round the corner. Oh, it must be fun to go down the other way. I'll never get a chance to do that. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's making me puff a bit. Yeah, there's another one here. Lost count how many that is now. I'll have to check on the map later. These are evil. Oh, this has been a really pleasant first day on the Eurovelo 6. First couple of hours, we're on an incline. Kamut says I went up 450 feet or something like that, which is nothing really over the 20 miles, but now it's all been like this. Nice hard top cycleway the whole way with the canal. Can't want better really. And now for the rest of the day, apparently I'm on a slight decline, which is always good news. Yeah, that series of locks back there was the high point apparently. Oh, it's just so pleasant though. Really nice cycling weather again. The sun's gone in. No sign of any rain, and it's just pleasantly warm. Here's hoping that we've left the wet stuff behind us. Now we've turned to a different direction. Oh, that would be nice. Just a few days without any getting wet. I don't expect the rest of the tour to be dry or anything like that. Nothing that extreme, but I didn't expect the first 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, to be wet every day. I tell you what, let's make a bargain, let's stop talking about it. We've turned a corner now, quite literally. So let's put that behind us, also quite literally. little place. So there's a sign I haven't seen on this tour so far. It's in my favour as well. But only for 30 metres. It's barely worth having, is it? Oh well. I'll take what I can get. And for those of you who think that that means 6% downhill in 30 metres time, no, just 30 metres. Whee! And that was the end of that. Well, at least we're still going downhill, I suppose. But there was only a tiny bit of 6%. Why would you bother to put a sign up for that? I'm flat again now. Oh. I got so excited. I suppose if you want to see a longer downhill than 30 metres, then you have to be prepared to climb up in the first place. So as we're a long way away, let me ask a question about the Pyrenees. No, not these Pyrenees. The mountains, Pyrenees. Let me ask a question about the Pyrenees. To anybody that knows, is it a better ride to the south of the Pyrenees? Or a nicer ride to the north of the Pyrenees? Anybody know? Because I haven't a clue. I've heard that Spanish policemen don't like cyclists. That's kind of a put off. And as yet I haven't looked at any cycle routes in either the French side or the Spanish side of the Pyrenees. No, I'm not going up the Pyrenees. Andorra doesn't interest me. I've been there before in a car. I am not going up the Pyrenees on a recumbent trike. It's not happening. See, this slope was bigger than that 6%. Why didn't they give us a bleeding sign for this one? Oh, I'm going to do my legs in. How quickly the landscape changes. And just turn the corner and yeah, we've still got the canal here. Actually, I think it's probably a river now. But so we've got the river to my left and that steep bank to my right that looks like a hedge through the camera, but the top is actually up there. Long way up. Water everywhere. Bonjour. Bonjour. I think Trini will fit on that.
Now turn right, then turn left.
Oh shush. Still on the Eurovelo 6. I'm heading to... Still on the Eurovelo 6. I'm heading to Montbéliard today. I couldn't find a campsite around the 35 to 40 mile mark, and Montbéliard was around 35 miles, I think. We'll see at the end, but yeah, so I've booked myself into another inexpensive hotel. I hope this one's better than the one I had yesterday. But I'll be back under canvas tomorrow night, and for several nights after that, to make up for all this heavy expenditure. That's all weather dependent, of course. Nothing serious forecast for the week ahead. Yeah, there's rain, but nothing really heavy.